this video might make you feel a little uncomfortable. Imagine smoking 40 cigarettes a day. Imagine your vision being always blurred. Imagine sandpaper constantly rubbing all over your skin. This is exactly how your body feels when you breathe in New Delhi's air, the smoke making the city grey, making it difficult to see, and the inside of your lungs being scraped and damaged like sandpaper by the endless particulate matter that you breathe in. With 8 out of 10 of the world's most polluted cities being in India, this has started affecting the coming generations the most. Meet Anvi, she's only 4 months old. When she showed signs of mild illness, her parents, lifelong Delhi residents, took her to the nearest primary health clinic. But the doctor was alarmed. He immediately referred her to the emergency hospital. Within hours, Anvi was in the ICU. Sadly, her case isn't unique. Across Delhi, countless children are being rushed to hospitals, needing urgent care and steroid treatments just to help them breathe. The culprit, the city's toxic air.
कि दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन में बहुत ही ज़्यादा बेकार है। अदर स्टेट के अकॉर्डिंग देखा जाए तो हम लोग थोड़े बड़े हैं, ज़्यादा बैक्टीरिया हम पे इफ़ेक्ट नहीं डाल पाता है, लेकिन जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, जैसे मेरी बच्ची 4 महीने की है, तो इनकी जो इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम जो होता है बहुत कम होता है, तो वो सीधा मतलब दिक्कत हो जाता है। फिर ये है।
This is New Delhi's annual average air pollution map. From 2015 to 2025, the data tells a stark story. Air quality has rarely, if ever, reached good or even moderate levels. Over an entire decade, the needle hasn't moved. It hasn't gotten worse, but it hasn't gotten better either. We're stuck in a dangerous status quo. India has been fighting the battle against air pollution for decades. As early as 1974, the Central Pollution Control Board was formed to tackle water pollution. Over time, their mandate expanded to include air quality. Several key policies followed: the National Ambient Air Quality Standards, the Environmental Protection Act, the Motor Vehicles Act, and multiple revisions of air quality guidelines. In 2019, the government launched the National Clean Air Program, aiming to reduce pollution in 131 of the most affected cities across India. Then in 2021, a dedicated body, the Commission of Air Quality Management, was formed specifically to address the crisis in Delhi and its surrounding regions. Ironically, my own office in Delhi, where I worked for over 2 years, was just 2 floors above the Commission for Air Quality Management. Every day, I walked into work wearing an N95 mask. Here are 2 photos I took from my office window, overlooking the Indian flag in Connaught Place, Delhi's iconic shopping and restaurant hub. One was taken in July, the other in December. I think they speak for themselves. This worsening air was not just data to me, it was personal. It's the reason I eventually chose to leave Delhi. So where does Delhi's air pollution come from? Over half blows in from outside the city. About 1/6 comes from crop burning in neighborhood states. Within Delhi, the main culprits are waste burning, construction dust, power plants, and road dust. But the biggest source? Vehicle emissions. Delhi's traffic is literally choking its air. Delhi's geography makes things worse. Surrounded by the Himalayas, the city sits in a kind of a natural bowl. In summer, hot air near the ground rises, allowing pollution to disperse as cooler air flows in, creating wind and movement. But in winter, the air near the surface stays cool and heavy. It doesn't rise. Pollution gets trapped close to the ground. The Himalayas, instead of helping, act as a barrier, blocking polluted air from escaping. And the result? A toxic cloud that lingers over the city for months. So what can we do about this? On an individual level, wearing a mask, especially in winter, is the first and most effective line of defense. Choosing public transport over private vehicles for both short and long trips also makes a real difference. But personal action isn't enough. We must come together to demand change. For too long, political leaders have prioritized industrial growth over clean air. It's been a decade of promises with little progress. Now is the time to organize. Through local non-profits, community groups, and conversations with elected officials, we need to push for real systemic action. Clean air is not a luxury, it's a right.